Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Today we have predictions for 3 NBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Brooklyn Nets and Boston Celtics. All right, let's break this one down. The Celtics are sitting pretty with a solid 49-19 record, and they're looking to keep rolling against the Nets, who are way down at 22-45. It's pretty clear these two teams are heading in completely different directions. Boston's been an absolute juggernaut, with one of the best defenses in the league, and they've owned Brooklyn recently, winning the last 8 home games against them. The Celtics have a lot going for them, starting with Jason Tatum, who's been putting up 27.1 points per game. Add Kristaps Porzingis, who's back from illness and has been clutch when it counts, and you've got a team that can do it all. Tatum and Jaylen Brown continue to be one of the league's best wing duos, bringing both offense and lockdown defense. Their three-point shooting? It's a serious weapon. They're capable of hitting 20-plus threes on any given night. But here's the thing, even with all that firepower, Boston hasn't been invincible at home this season. They're 23-12 at TD Garden, which isn't bad, but it's not the perfect fortress it used to be. Compare that to their 26-7 record on the road, and you start to wonder if maybe they're a bit more vulnerable at home than we're used to seeing. Then, you've got the Nets. It's been a rough season for them, and they've really been struggling to put it together. They just can't seem to find any consistency, and losing Cam Thomas for the rest of the season doesn't help. Sure, players like Cam Johnson and Nick Claxton are still showing they've got some game, but this Brooklyn roster just isn't built to compete with top-tier teams. They'll rebuild mode after a failed super team experiment, and they're still figuring things out. That said, Brooklyn did give Boston a scare last time they played, losing by just 2 points in a 115-113 finish. That wasn't exactly expected, but it showed they can hang with a powerhouse, at least for a while. Now, looking at this matchup, I'm definitely giving the Celtics the edge to win, but there's a reason I'm not sold on them covering the massive 14-point spread. After a win this season, Boston's been terrible against the spread, with a record of just 14-33-1. That's something to consider, especially when you look at how often they struggled to cover big spreads this season. We've also seen the Celtics have trouble in games like this, where they get up big early, then let off the gas. Brooklyn, on the other hand, has a little bit of feistiness to them. They've been able to compete against Boston, and they've shown they can make things interesting, especially with their speed and defensive improvements. There's also the injury factor. Tatum is questionable for this game, and Jaylen Brown is already out. That's a pretty big blow to Boston's offense, and it's going to hurt their defense as well. Without those two, the Celtics aren't nearly as dangerous. Brooklyn might be able to capitalize on that, especially with their defensive focus, and if players like Claxton and Johnson step up, they could make this game closer than people think. So, here's my take. Boston's got the talent and the home court advantage, but given the injury situation, the Nets might have a shot at covering the 14-point spread. They've hung tough with Boston before, and if they can capitalize on those missing pieces for the Celtics, this could be a lot closer than expected. So I'm rolling with Brooklyn to cover here. I'm still picking Boston to win, but I think the Nets will keep it close enough to cover that hefty line.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Los Angeles Clippers. The Cleveland Cavaliers are heading to Los Angeles to face off against the Clippers in what should be an exciting game. After that shocking loss to the Orlando Magic, snapping their 16-game win streak, the Cavs are looking to get back to their winning ways. They've been cruising atop the Eastern Conference all season, but they can't afford another slip-up, especially with the road trip they're about to embark on. Cleveland's offense has been on fire, scoring over 120 points per game, and they're still one of the toughest teams to beat in the league. The Cavs will be eager to prove that the Orlando loss was just a bump in the road and that they're still the team to beat. On the flip side, the Clippers have been rolling lately, winning 6 of their last 7 games, including a dominant win over the Charlotte Hornets. They've been locking teams down defensively, and that's been the key to their success. With guys like James Harden stepping up in big ways and Kawhi Leonard starting to find his rhythm, they've been tough to handle. The Clippers have been especially solid at home, winning their last 6 games at the Intuit Dome. They've got the tools to hang with anyone, and they'll definitely give the Cavaliers a run for their money. Cleveland's offense is a juggernaut. They shoot the 3 ball like nobody's business, and they're lethal in transition. When they're firing on all cylinders, they can put up points in a hurry. But they can't forget about defense. Even though they've been mudding up a bit more lately, they still got the chops to walk things down when it matters. The key for them in this matchup will be getting back to the defensive intensity they showed during their long win streak. They've got to keep guys like Harden and Leonard in check and not let the Clippers get any easy buckets. If they can execute their game plan and control the pace, they'll have a good chance to walk away with a win. The Clippers aren't a team you want to take lightly, though. They've been tough defensively, and when they hold teams to under 115 points, they're usually a lock for AW. They've been limiting opponents' scoring and making life difficult for offenses, so it'll be interesting to see if they can slow down the Cavs' high-powered attack. If the Clippers can make Cleveland uncomfortable, dead in their passing lanes, and limit easy looks, they might just have a shot at pulling off the upset. But at the end of the day, I've got to roll with the Cavs here. Even though they're coming off a tough loss and the Clippers have been strong lately, Cleveland is just too deep, too talented, and too well-rounded. They've been one of the best teams in the NBA all season, and I think they'll bounce back on the road. It'll be close, no doubt, but I'm expecting the Cavaliers to find a way to cover the -3 spread and take this one home. They've got the firepower and the defense to get it done. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Milwaukee Bucks and Golden State Warriors. This upcoming game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Golden State Warriors is shaping up to be a real treat. The Warriors have been rolling, winning 7 straight at home, and they'll be looking to keep that momentum going as they face a Bucks team that's had a tough time at Chase Center over the years. The Warriors' firepower, led by the ever-dangerous Stephen Curry and the recently acquired Jimmy Butler, makes them the favorites, but Milwaukee still has one of the most dominant forces in the league in Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's going to be an intriguing showdown. The Warriors' season has taken a turn for the better ever since Jimmy Butler joined the squad. This trade has given the team the extra spark they needed, and Butler's been balling out, showing he's still got it. With him on board, Golden State's been playing some of the best basketball we've seen from them in a while, winning 12 of their last 13 games. But that loss to Denver, even though the Nuggets were without key players like Nikola Jokic, raises a bit of a red flag. If Golden State wants to avoid the play-in tournament and secure a playoff spot, they can't afford to lose games like that, especially at home. On the flip side, Milwaukee's been a bit of a roller coaster this season. Giannis is still doing his thing, dominating on both ends of the floor, but the Bucks haven't been consistent enough to pose a real threat to the top teams in the East. With Damian Lillard also in the mix, there were high hopes for this team, but Lillard hasn't quite been the same player we saw a few years ago. And adding players like Kyle Kuzma, who's been a bit hit or miss, hasn't solved the Bucks' issues either. Despite having the reigning finals MVP in Giannis, the Bucks have been shaky and are now fighting to hold on to their spot in the standings. I just don't see them being serious contenders for the Eastern Conference Finals unless something drastic changes. Looking at this matchup, it's clear that Golden State's offensive firepower is going to be a serious challenge for the Bucks. Curry, Butler, and Draymond Green can hurt you in so many ways, and the Warriors' three-point shooting is on another level. They're ranked fourth in the league for a reason, and if Curry gets hot, Milwaukee is going to have a hard time keeping up. On the other hand, the Bucks have the ability to be dangerous, especially with Giannis, but they've shown they can struggle when things get tight. If they can contain Curry and capitalize on Golden State's occasional lapses, they might be able to keep this one competitive. In the end, though, I've got to give the edge to Golden State. Milwaukee has been too inconsistent lately, and their road struggles don't give me much confidence in them here. The Warriors are playing with confidence and have the offensive depth to overwhelm the Bucks, even if Giannis goes off. The Bucks will fight and probably make it close, but Golden State's overall chemistry and home court advantage are too strong to ignore. I see the Warriors coming out on top in this one and continuing their strong push for a playoff spot.